This video is made with the sponsorship of Ecrotech New Zealand, one source for all your beekeeping requirements. Hi, Trev here from Trevs Bees on Facebook and YouTube. Today obviously we've got a day in the shed, but what we want to talk about today is these little test kits for AFB, American Foulbrood. These little kits are designed, you take a sample out of an AFB frame or a suspected AFB frame, take a sample from the infected larvae that you suspect has got some sort of disease, then put it in a test kit, run through the little instructions. The instructions are on here, which are nice and simple, and that may save you or confirm to you that in New Zealand, pretty well all of us have to burn our hives. We're going to have to burn the frames, but we may be allowed to keep the woodwork if that's in your DCAP, the Disease Elimination Conformity Agreement. One of these kits are about $25 each. They're available from Ecrotech, obviously, and some of the other beekeeping suppliers. Now, a few months ago, I got a call from a friend who had a suspected AFB hive. So I went around there, arranged to meet up with Paul at this location. We went through the hive. We used up one of the test kits, taking the sample. We only found a couple of cells that looked a bit dodgy. They didn't really rope out quite as well as normal AFB does. And then when we done the test came back and showed it was negative. So that saved us having to burn that hive. From that we deduced that it had PMS, parasitic mite syndrome, and since then that hive has been nursed back to health and it is still currently looking okay. So that little kit, $25, saved having to burn that hive and start again. So not a bad thing to have in your toolbox. So since then I put the word out amongst my beekeeping friends, and I have in here a frame that's, that has AFB. So I've got my little craft match that I used for testing. I've got a pair of old gloves that we will use these because I don't want this stuff on my hands, and I'll burn these gloves afterwards. Get rid of one of these test kits. We'll go through. We'll go through here first. So this frame has been in the freezer, deep freeze for a little while. Keep it safe until we can get round to doing today's little effort. So having a little smell, it stinks. So there's a bit of a giveaway. And now we have a look in here, and we've got these sunken cells and holes in the top. Generally, it doesn't look and it doesn't smell very good.
Fishy.
Oh, here it is.
Cool.
So we've got a cell here. You see it roping out. If it comes up about 25 millimeters, that's enough for me to burn it. There's another cell here. Another one sitting right beside it. So, there's a lot of cells on here that are not in good condition. So, let's have a look and let's start. So the first thing is we tear the kit apart. Instructions are on the back, so we know what we're doing. This is the chemical bottle that we will put the stuff in. We've got a little squeezy pipette so we can take the sample out of there. And this thing here is the little tester. So we put the fluid into here, and then it should come up, if it's proven positive, comes up with 2 lines on it, and if it's negative, it comes up with 1 line. Wow, this thing's got a hell of a smell with it. It's a pity the video can't record the smell. So, let's go and grab one of these, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the sample out of here, we put it into here, put the lid back on again, and then we've got to stir it up for 20 seconds. Then we'll take a sample and we'll put that into the tester. We wait for about 3 minutes. So, put that in there. I don't see any reason why we can't take more than 1 sample out of the thing. Put that in there. Put the lid back on again. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. About 20 seconds, which it says here, around about. We now take our sample. We'll put that on here. But we can start to see the liquid move across. Right, it's not showing up overly well. There's 2 lines on there. We'll just wait. This takes about 3 minutes for it to come through. The first line is definitely there now, and the second line is starting to show. Okay, so what we've done now is we've taken all that test, put the sample in here. We've now waited for 2+ minutes, getting close to the 3rd minute, and we can see that we've got 1 line here and another line here. The second line is not showing up overly well. However, it's true enough that I am going to accept that as being a full AFB, and that's given us a positive test. So what now? The next thing is now I'm going to wrap this up along with all this equipment that came with it. Don't need that sample anymore. I'm going to push that into there. That's all stuck on there. That's stuck on there. Wrap this up. And all this is going to go out onto the farm tomorrow morning. It'll stay in the deep freeze until then. Gloves are going to get burnt as well. That's another reason why I like these disposable gloves. Doesn't really cost me anything, not very much, a few cents a pair. Out on the farm where I've got one of my apiaries, the farmer's got a big pile of rubbish. He's going to burn that tomorrow morning, and so I'm going to go out there tomorrow morning and I am going to burn this on that fire. In the meantime, it's going to stay all wrapped up, and I'll put it back inside my deep freeze, ready to go out there first thing tomorrow morning. So let's just recap, because this is all pretty important. We've got a frame, or we've got a beehive. This is just a frame, obviously, but we've got a beehive that wasn't performing well. When we done the inspection, we found it had suspect cells. They weren't looking normal. From there, using the matchstick test, we proved that it, to the best of our ability, that it had AFB. Under normal circumstances, I certainly would not have used one of these test kits on this. I'm already 100% certain that it had AFB. However, for the purpose of the video, we done the test. The test has proven that we have an AFB frame. In New Zealand, if I've done that inspection, my deaker says that I have to burn that beehive. Can't save anything. Everything gets burnt, from the floor to the boxes to the hive mat to the lid. Everything, it all goes in the fire. We have already destroyed all the rest of this hive. This one was kept solely for the purpose of making this video. So was it worth spending $25 on one of these test kits? I say absolutely, because as I explained before, we had a hive that was suspect, but it proved that it wasn't AFB. So from that, we've now just saved a $350 nucleus colony, 5 frames of bees. Sobering thoughts, but really, really important. And it's really, really important that we do the right thing. So that's it from Trevs Bees on Facebook and YouTube. We'll catch you around the beehive.